Justice has always had a price tag. The law protects everyone the same, on paper, but accessing that protection has always required something most people don't have: a retainer and someone who knows how to work the system for you. Today, I'm covering something that sounds like science fiction, but isn't: AI judges, AI lawyers, already operating in real courtrooms, processing real cases right now. The actual problem isn't that poor people lack legal rights. They don't. The problem is enforcement. Winning a dispute requires representation, someone who can draft a filing correctly, understand procedure, and argue on your behalf while you're at work trying to keep the lights on. That representation has always been wealth gated. For most civil legal problems, eviction, custody, debt collection, wrongful termination, if you can't afford an attorney, you're on your own. The overwhelming majority of civil legal needs among low-income people go completely unaddressed. Not because the law doesn't apply to them, because access has always had a price. This isn't hypothetical anymore. China's Supreme People's Court confirmed a national intelligent adjudication system already running in 23 courts across 11 provinces, with rollout continuing nationwide. Shenzhen's courts used AI to help judges handle 50% more cases in a single year, now expanding to dozens more cities. Beijing's Internet Court launched the country's first AI virtual judge, guiding litigants through filing from start to finish. And now it's time for a quick break. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
There is a version of you that moves through the world with clarity, with intention, with energy that doesn't borrow from tomorrow. Aura was made for you. Whole food supplements crafted for the life you're already building. Shop now at myauralifestyle.com. This is your aura.
Speed matters more than it sounds. A backlogged court system is itself a wealth filter. If your case takes 2 years and you can't afford unpaid time off for hearings, you settle for less or give up. The wealthy haven't just afforded better lawyers, they've afforded to wait. AI-assisted processing chips away at that. But courts moving faster is only half the story. The bigger unlock is representation. AI-assisted legal drafting, case research, and procedural guidance are already functional. Someone who can't afford 30 minutes of an attorney's time can get a document drafted, a filing explained, their rights clarified, instantly, for free or close to it. That inverts a dynamic that's existed as long as the legal profession has. The tool a wealthy person's law firm uses to move faster is becoming the same tool that gives a poor person a case in the first place. I want to resist the purely optimistic version of this, though. Legal scholars have raised real concerns about black box justice, the opacity of AI-driven reasoning, and the risk that efficient, standardized processing flattens the nuanced judgment justice sometimes requires. There's also a case worth mentioning. A Hangzhou court ruled a tech company couldn't legally fire an employee simply to replace him with AI, calling the automation push a controllable business strategy, not unavoidable disruption, and upheld his compensation. The same judicial system deploying AI to speed up justice is also drawing legal lines around how far AI reaches into people's economic lives. So, will AI make the legal system accessible for the poor? Yes, but not in the fully utopian sense. AI will compress the cost and speed barriers dramatically for people who currently have access to neither. That's a real, significant win. But the fight doesn't disappear, it relocates. The question shifts from, can I afford a lawyer, to, can I understand or contest what the algorithm decided? That's a better problem to have than the one we've lived with for centuries, but it still deserves real design attention now, while these systems are still early. The poor couldn't afford a lawyer. They're on the verge of accessing one anyway, faster, cheaper, and for the first time, actually available. Whether that becomes real justice or a new, less visible kind of gatekeeping depends on the choices being made about these systems right now, while they're still young enough to shape. That's episode 6. If this one made you think differently about where legal access is headed, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And I'll see you next time. I'm Erica the Futurist, helping you understand the future before you have to live it.